scriptures say what? The spiritual man, right, judges all things. So hey, scriptures also say what? We shall judge the other nations. We shall judge the world. All of that don't judge me shit, that's out the window. Because you have a book in the Bible called what? Judges. You have men set up to be judges. But this world hates order. They hate that. They hate that some people are set up to be judges. And Esau, he understands that. That's why he has his judges set up. When we try to talk about our judges set up, we talk about the presidents of the cases that we dealt with, the different cases and how we dealt with them according to our laws, the different things that our men have said according to our laws, statutes, and commandments. No, we can't be judges. Judgment is part of it, man. Judgment is part of life. When you receive judgment as a man of the Lord, when you receive judgment from other men of the Lord, you're supposed to accept that judgment and repent and keep moving and go back and investigate what you did wrong and continue on. Judgment is part of it. There's no escaping judgment. Hey, the Lord put judgment on the nation of Israel when he put us into slavery. The many times he put us in slavery. Look at these white people who say slavery. Oh. That word lights them up. Hey, triggered. I've been all the slaveries though. Babylon, Assyria, Egypt, Persia, Greece, Rome, America. And then you had smaller slave operations, between America and Rome, but those are the main ones. Judgment. Judgment on the house of Israel. The Lord put judgment on us. He set certain men up to be judges. That's what it is. Certain men were predestined to come before other men. Hey, like I said though, these people, it's like the scriptures say though, these people they're set up to be the wicked. And this is Acts. This is Acts 28. 28:18. Who when they had examined me would have let me go because there was no cause of death in me. But when the Jews spake against it, I was constrained to appeal unto Caesar, not that I ought to accuse my nation of. For this cause therefore have I called for you, to see you, and to speak with you, because that for the hope of Israel I am bound with this chain. And they said unto him, we neither receive letters from out of Judea concerning thee, neither any of the brethren that came showed or spake any harm of thee. But we desire to hear of thee what thou thinkest, for as concerned this sect, we know that everywhere is spoken against. That is spoken against. And when they had appointed him a day, there came many to him into his lodging, to whom he expounded and testified the kingdom of the Most High, persuading them concerning Yahushua, both out of the law of Moses and out of the prophets, from morning till evening. And some believe the things which are spoken, and some believe not. And when they agreed not among themselves, they departed. After that, Paul had spoken one word, well spake the Holy Spirit by Isaiah the prophet unto our fathers, saying, Go unto this people and say, hearing ye shall hear and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see and not perceive. For the that's Isaiah, by the way. For the heart of his people is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes have they closed, lest they should see with their ears and hear with their ears and understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them. Be it known therefore unto you that the salvation of the Most High is sent unto the Gentiles, and that they will hear it. And when he had said these words, the Jews departed and had great reasoning among themselves. And Paul dwelt 2 whole years in his own higher house, and received all that came in unto him, preaching the kingdom of the Most High, and teaching those things which concern the Lord Yahweh Shai with all confidence, no man forbidding it. That's right. So Paul, we preach the same thing that Paul preached. We preach to the so-called 12 tribes of Israel and no other nation. Now, y'all think it is, but it's not. And just like Paul understood, look, you're going to have some people of our nation who it's just not for them. They're not going to understand it. They've shut their ears to it. They've closed their eyes to it. And that's what Israel does, man. They ask you about what you're teaching. They don't want to hear that. But then they'll go home and they'll listen to a whole Kendrick Lamar album, or they'll listen to a whole Master P or some kind of garbage, some kind of confusion or chaos or whatever the fuck. They'll do that shit. Because that's Israel. Our people are in a confused, in a dead state. Can the bones live? Can the bones come up and gain flesh upon themselves? Matter of fact, let me get that. I gotta get that. I'm probably gonna end off on that too. Because the prophets of Israel, man, they've been on 34th Street forever. You even got in 2018, they didn't pushed off the prophets off of 34th Street. And then coming up, you got what? You got the net neutrality stuff. So, and we can see, basically, they have algorithms on YouTube set up, so they're going to try to take us off of YouTube. They're going to try to take us off. They're going to try to take the word off, and they're going to try to censor everybody. And it's gonna be like the movie 1984, where they kind of showed that. I don't know how far it's gonna be close to that, but they're gonna basically try to censor the prophets. So this may be the time where where the famine of the word is started. We don't know. Hopefully not. This is Ezekiel 37:1. The hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley which was full of bones, and caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and they were very dry. There were very many, and they were very dry. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord God, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, Prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord God unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. And I will lay sinews upon you, and I will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live. Ye shall know that I am the Lord. So I prophesied as I commanded, and I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to bone. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. That breath is what? The same breath that was given to Adam. That same breath that was given unto Adam. That spirit. That knowledge of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Then said he unto them, unto me, prophesy into the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord, the Most High, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived, and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army. Then he said unto me, son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel, not any other nation. Behold, they say, our bones are dry and our hope is lost. We are cut off from our parts. Therefore prophesy and say unto them, thus saith the Lord, the Most High, behold, O my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up out of your graves and bring you into the land of Israel. And ye shall know that I am the Lord, when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves, and shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Then shall ye know that I, the Lord, have spoken it and performed it, said the Lord. The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and his children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph and the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions, and join them one to another. Another stick, and they shall become one in thy hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these? Say unto them, thus said the Most High, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall become one in my hand. For the nation of Israel is going to become one. The nation of Israel is going to become one. And the sticks whereon thou writest shall in thy hand before their eyes, and say unto them, thus saith the Most High, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king of them all, which is King David, and they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all. Right? Because the last time we were all together, the Assyrians took the nation, the Israel, which is we refer to as the northern kingdom. They took them into captivity, and then we went into captivity under the Babylonians. You know, and after they escaped captivity, they fled until you had a split in Israel under Jeroboam and Rehoboam. And so, hey, a house that be divided cannot stand. Our house was divided and it split up. Yep, our house divided and it split up. So now he said, look, put the sticks. And that was prophecy. And that's why we had a 12-tribe sign. That's that coming together, that nation coming together, those tribes coming together. And then, of course, you're going to have King David over him, over us, and then Yahweh Shai over King David. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with the detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of all their dwelling places, wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their power. And I, David, my servant, shall be king over them, and they shall have one shepherd, and they shall also walk in my judgments, and observe my statutes, and do them. And they shall dwell in the land where I have given unto Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt, and they shall dwell therein, even they and their children, and their children's children forever. And my servant David shall be their prince forever. That's right. That's why we're the house of David. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them, and I will place them and multiply them, and I will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. My tabernacle also shall be with them. Yeah, I will be their God, and they shall be my people. And the heathen shall know that I, the Lord, do sanctify Israel, and my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore. That's right. So Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, he's going to make a covenant with his people, the people of Israel, and he's going to bring them under rulership, and every nation on the earth is going to know that he made that covenant with us. Every nation is going to know that. And they're going to have to accept that. And they're going to have to come under the rulership of the gods of the Israelites. Because that's who the scriptures primarily is about. And like I said, we're going to have King David over us, and we know Yahweh Shai is going to be over King David. And he's going to put his favor on us. And that's where we're going to receive the world. Scriptures talk about what? Romans 8, we're going to be joint rulers with Yahweh Shai. Joint heirs. And the heathen is going to serve us in the kingdom. The heathen meaning the other nations. Right? With that, guess I can wrap it up. Push that vibration out there. Call Allah, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim, Wakakadash, double honor to apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to you, Akim, out there pushing the truth in the four corners of the earth. In sincerity, peace and safety unto you. Until next time, Shalom.